Good morning, I'm Steve and welcome to Green Side Up. It's a wet day outside today, so spend some time inside and get these beds filled up with seeds. What I really want is my soil to be working all the time in here. You know, it's expensive real estate in here, this covered ground in this tunnel, so, and I've only had this for about 3 years now, so I'm still learning what I can and can't get away with or do in here. So the more I do, the more I'll find out about it. So a lot of these seeds shouldn't probably be sown direct like this, but do you think that's going to stop me? Yeah. Just get on with it as best we can and do what we can. We'll see what happens, and it's a learning curve, you know. I mean, a lot of these seeds are fairly old, so it's a case of using them up, seeing what happens with them, moving on with it. I expect that in a month's time, when I'm starting to take some of these seeds out, only half of them will have come. That I expect. And if half of them come, I'll be happy with that. See, I'm playing catch up now because of my little Moggy, little cat Floyd, knackered me propagators at home, and I had a load of flower seeds in there, so playing catch up now. I'll have flowers, I know that, so I'm not too concerned. Just maybe not the show that I was expecting this year. But, you know, disasters happen to all people, so that's part of gardening. You get a good year, you get a bad year, you get a good year, you get a bad year, so we expect that and live with it. So the seeds that I'm sowing here, really, the varieties don't really matter, but it's a mix of perennials, biennials, annuals, right across the board. Some of these will be pricked out straight into the beds outside to grow on. Some will be pricked out into pots or modules for sowing later in the year, as in the case of biennials, or into pots ready for planting for next year, as like with some perennials. Kind of a suck it and see method, really. But what I'm most keen to do is to learn about this tunnel as much as I possibly can, find its limits so I can use it properly and plan better for future years. That's what I really want. And with me, it's not all about the food with me. It's food and flowers. I've only been doing cut flowers now to this extent for 2 or 3 years now, so I'm still learning all the time. Whereas the veg, fruit and stuff I've been doing for a lot longer. So that's it really. I'm going to continue all the way down this bed and just fill it up, really. All the more the merrier. Right, to give you an example of these seeds here from these Decocianas from Seed Parade, they're 2 years old, I think. Got a couple of cornflowers here, they're dated for next year, and this Nigella, which I'm about to sow now, 2013. So there's a good mix of old and new seeds. Just where they are old seeds, germination rates won't be as good as the fresher ones. So as they're old and I'm wanting to clear them, I'll sow those fairly heavily. Doesn't mean, at least I hope it doesn't mean, that all of them will germinate. I'm hoping now for a poor germination rate on these, because I'll probably put a couple hundred seed in here. But it will use them up. If they grow, they grow. They don't, they don't. It's one of those things. So we'll just crack on with it. Cornflowers, I found, they will transplant very well and quite easily, as long as the plant is not too big. So I'll be looking to move them on when they're sort of 3 or 4 inches, really. Any bigger than that and they start to get a little bit awkward. They don't like being moved, I found in the past. So we'll just blast these in and we'll go and sort out the next lot to sow out. And the Cocciana. So how are you all doing with your seed sowing? Are you still sowing seeds, or are you just staying where you are for now and watching the world, so to speak? I have noticed in the last couple of days I grow monster 2 peas every year. I don't grow a lot of garden peas, I haven't for a couple of years, but I thought this year, given the situation where we are right now with this awful virus, I thought I would grow some peas for the freezer. It's been fairly difficult to find, because my normal seed suppliers, Premier Seeds and Nuts and Cones on eBay, they're all shut down due to staff shortages. I had a quick look on eBay. There are people on there selling 10 pea seeds for a £5. No doubt plus postage as well. I mean, 10 pea seeds for a £5, really? Come on. Rip off Britain or what? Some of the bigger companies like Thompson and Morgan, they're still operating, so I've ordered some off there for a couple of quid. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. 10 pea seeds for a £5. And the annoying thing about that is that people are actually buying them. The world's gone mad. Anyway, next batch of seeds. Sowing seeds can be as difficult or as easy as you want to make it. The information on the back of a seed packet can often be a little bit misleading. But what the manufacturer or the supplier of this has done is they've taken years and years of testing and knowledge into account and put the best case scenario together on the back of the packet to let you know how you can get the best results from his or her seeds. They've done this for the reason that if you have success with their seeds, you're likely to go back and buy more next year, and because the seeds work so well, you might buy another couple of packets. So they're trying their hardest, they're bending over backwards to help you produce the best seeds. But what it can do to some people is it can tie them in knots, thinking they must follow everything that's on there religiously. Well, you don't have to, because nature doesn't do that. Nature will just sow the seeds from previous year's flowers, and they'll either grow or they won't. And this is how we must interpret things as gardeners. Yes, there are certain things, like for me earlier in the year, there were certain flowers that I wanted to get going early, and I did them on heat at the required temperature in the required fashion as per the seed packet, and I grouped a load together, and I had about 20 varieties growing. One of my cats knocked them all over and killed a lot, but that's a different story. But as gardeners, what you'll find is a lot of gardeners will be sorting their seeds and seed packets out over the winter period. They'll be grouping them together and say, right, we'll sow them in January, we'll sow them in March, because that's when the conditions best match when they want to grow those particular seeds. But there's nothing to stop you taking an alternate view. If you don't know all these things, if you don't have a propagator, if you don't have greenhouses, just sow them in the soil and see what happens. You will get results. All that's going to happen is the seed will go in there, they'll get damp, the seed coat will dampen and loosen, and then it will start to germinate. Not everything will, but it's a good place to start, and it gives you that experience and that knowledge to carry on. So the directions are there to help you and to guide you, but they're not gospel. So always try. If you don't think you can grow it, try it anyway. Just give it a go. You'll learn something from it, and you'll increase your knowledge and your experience by doing it. You've nothing to lose. Packet of seeds, what does it cost? £1, £2? No big deal if you've lost it. You know, there you go. Right, the clocks have just been altered. We're now in British summertime, and daily light levels are increasing every day by a few minutes, so the daylight length is getting longer. This is good for flowers that are just starting to grow now and germinate and grow on into nice little plants. They get more and more light as the days go by. The days will get warmer as well, even better for the plants. So sowing seeds now, if you can, undercover is a good prospect for the future. If you're going to sow direct into open ground outside, unless you're doing brassicas, which are cabbages, kales, that sort of thing, leave it until the start of May. You can still sow seeds in May, the start of May, when the ground's a lot warmer, and still get results, still get flowers. So don't overlook that. Say it's a good time of year now to start undercover, and really into May. Or if we get a warm spell towards the end of this month, and it's a prolonged warm spell, looks like we're going to have a couple of weeks of warm weather at the end of April, start putting your seeds in outside. Well, this last couple of days I've just been clearing these beds out of the back, just taking away all the dead brush from last year's flowers because I didn't manage to get it done, and raking up some of the winter detritus really. So I have this one on the left nearly ready, and then I've got a good month to sort this one out, so I'll do that in stages. Because the flowers I've been sowing today will essentially be going in these two beds. And this is why I grow cut flowers. Look at that, absolutely stunning. Well, that's it for today. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Take care and stay safe.